Hi, I'm Alyson the Crocheter.
And I'm Vivian the Knitter, and you're listening to Keep Calm and Carry On.
Hello, and welcome to episode 81 of Keep Calm and Carry On. This is a knitting and crochet podcast hosted by me and my mom, Vivian. I'm recording from my home here in Edinburgh.
And I'm recording from Tennessee. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, how you doing?
I'm okay. I thought I would have to turn on an extra light because it's going to be raining and dreary all day, but it doesn't look too bad. And we have a cattail cameo today, right here. Here's
Who is that? Is that Sushi?
That's
or Willet?
Hello, sweetie. You can only see his
Willet.
tail. You can't see his face. Right now he's looking at me like, who the heck are you talking to, mommy?
Well, yeah, it's nice and sunny here today as well. It was in the 50s, just low 50, like crept up into the 50s. So we went for a walk in the Pentland Hills, which was nice. Oh my god, just a change of scenery was amazing, because like, you know, we go for walks around here, but I am sick and tired of the same few parks and roads, and yeah, not to take, you know, the city of Edinburgh for granted, but I really don't need to do more walks to the castle and more walks through Princess Street Garden. Now he's behind you.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll see them come in and out because there's no door over here, so everything is open, and
you can't lock them out.
I can't. I mean, I could go into the spare bedroom, but I have found that when I lock them out, that gives us more trouble, because then you do the they want in, and then they want out, and then they want back in again. So it's better to just let them wander in and out. And they usually don't cause too much trouble, except for that one time when Sushi or somebody knocked the camera over.
Well, do we want to jump into our Buzzfeed quiz?
Sure. And
I'm gonna be really tempted to go through all of the questions on this
because there's so many desserts. And
yeah,
I picked this one, right? Did I pick? Yes, I picked this one. And the title is, "Want to know your best, most underrated quality? Just eat some desserts to find out." And I'm always into eating desserts.
Well, it's interesting because I've just looked at the URL for it, and it actually says eat some vegan desserts.
Really?
So
so everything's vegan?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like, you know, you could make most of these as a vegan version, so that's not really saying much. Yeah.
No, but
anyway.
there's a lot of cream and eggs, and I don't think any of those pictures are vegan.
So what is your best underrated whatever quality?
Mine is, you're strong. You're mentally strong and determined to get through any situation. You've probably been through tough times in your life, but you haven't let that break you down. You're a true inspiration. And the picture is J-Lo making a face.
You are strong. I think that's true. And I mean, I feel like at the moment your tough situations have been moving.
Yeah.
And adapting.
I'm good at that. I am good at. I am good at adapting and just letting things roll off my back and just dealing with stuff. What'd you get, sweetie?
I got, you're an animal lover. You have a big heart and are always ready to defend the creatures who can't speak for themselves. You probably volunteer at an animal shelter and have many pets of your own. You just get animals on a deeper level than most people. I don't think that's true. Like, I do love animals, but I don't think I have like some special connection with them that other people don't. And the pictures, the GIF is of Jimmy Fallon kissing a crocodile on his show.
Is Jimmy Fallon
or an alligator?
doing
I don't know. Kissing an alligator or a crocodile or something.
They are not my favorite animals. I don't want.
No, I think that's the right Jimmy. There's a couple Jimmies, right?
They're all Jimmies. They're white and Jimmies or James.
But yeah, so this quiz was literally just every question, just 4 new desserts. Pick a dessert. Pick a dessert.
Well, a lot of them
dessert /
look so good.
baked good. Yeah, okay, so the first one, chocolate loaf cake, confetti cookies, donuts, or fried dough balls.
I'm going to take a guess. You picked the fried dough balls. You did?
Yes. Did you go for the chocolate cake?
I did go for the chocolate cake. Yeah. But those two were my favorite, the fried dough balls and the chocolate cake.
Yeah, if it was a funnel cake,
yeah, we both would have gotten
basically
it.
probably the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the dough ball, the fried dough
oh.
balls, like the crisp to the ratio is different than like the dough balls. There's not as much crisp to the stuff
right
inside
because
this is their balls and they're not just drizzled.
There's more inside. Yeah. Okay, the second one was a lemon tart, blueberry muffins, strawberry layer cake, or brownie bars, and I think you picked brownie bars because chocolate.
I didn't.
No?
I picked the strawberry layer cake. Did you pick that one too?
No, I went for the lemon tart.
Oh, that's surprising.
Yeah. I quite like. I mean, I think that's basically the same thing as a tart, right?
Yeah.
But I like the sort of
like the cookie crust,
fruity filling. Yeah.
They all look so very good, except for the blueberry muffins. They don't look as decadent as the other ones.
No, it's not as decadent now.
And then the next one is carrot cake, lemon powder cookies, chai cupcake, or chocolate chip cookies.
I found this one to be difficult, but I went for carrot cake because I love cream cheese frosting.
Yeah, I picked the chocolate chip cookies because look at that. If they're chocolate chunk cookies, like the chocolate is ooey gooey. Yeah. Those are the best. And it just came out of the oven. So those are the best.
What about peanut butter cookie, cheesecake, chocolate cake pop, or apple pie?
I picked.
Did you do the cookies again? Or apple pie?
No, I picked the cheesecake.
I also picked the cheesecake, but I'm pretty sure that picture is not of a cheesecake. I think it's the top of some other type of cake.
It's frosted.
That's got a white icing.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, because you can see on the sides a bit of cake peeking out. So if it were cheesecake, I picked cheesecake, but that's not a cheesecake.
Especially if it's got like either raspberry drizzled or chocolate. Either way, I love a good cheesecake. The next one is chocolate coconut truffles, apple crumble, sorbet, raspberry dark chocolate.
I went for the sorbet.
Oh, that's surprising. I don't really think. I guess sorbet is it is a dessert. I went for the apple crumble.
I think because it's been sunny the last couple of days, I'm like, yes, spring, summer, summer, summer. So I think that's why I went for the sorbet.
Yeah. And then the next one is dark chocolate, strawberries, mooncakes, iced buns, and orange pound cake.
I mean, I went for mooncakes.
Because I was surprised that they actually had mooncake.
Yeah, no, it's good. They don't specify what kind of mooncakes, but I'll just take it to be the kind of mooncakes I like.
I'm not sure what's in there. It says Baba in it, which means 8 treasures. So I wonder if it's like just like lots of different things inside of it. Which I've never heard of it before.
Could you just read that yourself, or did you have to look it up?
No,
I mean, the 8 is easy, but
I'm pretty sure that's what it says. I think that's a simplified version of. I don't know. I could be wrong. So if we have any,
they look very flat as well.
They do. But anyway, I haven't had mooncakes in a couple years, so I would love a good lotus seed mooncake without any egg yolks in it. Because I don't like the salted egg yolks.
When was the last Moon Festival? October?
Yeah,
it was the most recent one passed. I actually put a reminder on my phone because the year before, I left it too late and there weren't any more mooncakes left in any of the stores. So this past year, I set myself a reminder. So I actually got some, but they only had the ones with the egg yolks in. So I did do that, and it wasn't that bad.
Well,
I think
I will when I do end up with the ones with the egg yolk, I will pick out the egg yolk and eat it. But then like the little salty bits, I do enjoy the little bit of salty bits that's left over in there. I just don't like that big chunk of egg yolk in it. But yeah, last time it was just me and your dad, and I didn't want to buy any because who would end up eating the whole entire tin? It would be me. So I decided again.
Yeah, I got a set. I think it was just a set of 2 or 3. So it was like they each came in their own tin.
Nice. The next one, cinnamon buns, fruit-filled bun, raspberry loaf or pumpkin cupcakes. What'd you pick? Pumpkin cupcake?
What do you think?
Cupcakes?
No, cinnamon buns.
Cinnabons. They don't look like
Yeah.
Cinnabons, though.
They don't have the icing on top, but still, they look good.
Yeah, they none of the pictures really appealed to me that much, so I did end up with the pumpkin cupcakes because it has the cream cheese frosting on top.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we end it there. There's still like 3 more questions.
Oh, there are 3 more questions. Yeah, we could end it there.
Yeah.
But now I'm hungry.
Yeah. If you want to make yourself hungry and want desserts, then take this quiz.
Yeah. Okay.
Luckily, I have a big box of homemade chocolate chip cookies in the kitchen.
Nice.
So,
did you make them, or
that's probably what I'll be eating after this? No, Sam made them.
Yes, I do have some blondies over there, but I haven't eaten any but the little bits because I'm doing carb light. Okay. So
we skipped some thank yous. We normally do that earlier, but we've got some thank yous, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We did skip it. Okay, we have
some special
thank you to Brenda, who is Brenda KBB, sorry. She says hi. She lives outside of Memphis, which is in the state of Tennessee, but it's still really far away. It's like 6 or 7 hours drive. Alex, her Ravelry name is Eternal Library, and she's trying to get her mom to listen as well. Laura, who is LARU 907, she heard about us from Faye's interview of you. And she bought a bag too, so thank you, Laura, for that purchase. I hope you're loving it. And then the last one you should talk about, or not.
Yes. Louise Hunt, who hosts the Caithness Crafts podcast, she mentioned more on her latest episode. Thank you,
yes,
Louise.
Thank you, Louise. And those are our special thank yous.
Thank you.
So, crafty content. Oh, and it's also, I guess this is in the UK, but it's National Craft Month.
Oh, I see.
I'm actually wearing a crafty t-shirt. See? Happiness is homemade.
Happiness is homemade. You have a lot of Life is Good t-shirts, don't you?
I do. I buy them.
Is that like your exclusive?
I buy them at Marshall's when they're on
brand?
sale for like $10. Okay.
Cool. So you got some whips?
I do. I've actually worked on my modified Sagitta. So I finished the last, the braid of the colors. What's that called again?
Ombre colors that you got.
Huh?
Ombre?
Yeah, the ombre with the 8 mini skeins. And I did the 7th and the 8th colors. This would be the 7th is like a Caribbean blue the 7th would be like a denim blue, and then the 8th color is a navy blue. And I started with the mini skeins that I got that were purple, and I did one like a lace repeat, and I hated it of the purple that I bought.
You hated it?
I actually took a picture.
Why? The color?
I just didn't like
it.
Just stood out too much, and I took a picture of it, so maybe we could put it in our notes. But then I ended up ripping out. So I am just going to continue with the gray, and so I'll have like a big...
Oh, okay. So the gray is the color that's in between.
Yeah, I'll just continue with the gray and until it's the length I want it to be. Because right now I can wrap it around my neck, and it ends... The ends are above my boobs, so I want it a little bit longer if I wanted it. So anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. And
so are you just doing the lace?
I'm going to do the lace for a long time, and then I'll do these the garter with the slip stitch cables. at the end, because you don't want to end with the lace, because then it'll curl, right? I think. But you want.
Okay, so but you won't do any of that, the garter, other than at the end.
Yeah, I'll probably do like double what they have here, maybe. I haven't decided, because I still have quite a bit of the dark gray.
Yeah.
It's kind of empty in the middle, but yeah, I have a lot of it.
I have like newfound appreciation for like a shorter scarf. The Danan shawl that I did is very short, and it's meant to be like a shawl, but it's the one that's got the beads, Tunisian, and it's in the lace weight. And I wore it as a scarf, and I can get it around, but it's like really short ends. But I kind of liked it. Like, there wasn't like extra material everywhere.
Well, I also want to be able to wear this as a wrap, because I'm hoping that, I know that when I block it out, I'm going to block it out wider. So it'll be deeper.
Yeah.
And then that'll also make it shorter if I'm blocking it out deeper. Yeah. But right now, if I were to wear it around my neck, they're about, I guess they're just about arm length. They go to my wrist on both sides.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with that.
It looks really nice.
And hopefully, I'll finish this maybe end of next.
By
maybe before summer, so I can start doing something else. Because I'm also working on my Lovage sweater, and I haven't made as much progress as. Oops, I'm stuck. As previously.
I mean, you made a lot of progress between the last 2 episodes.
So the Lovage sweater is by Moorit Wallen, and it is a color work stranded yoke sweater, right? Yeah. So anyway, I did the
it's like color work yoke plus because it goes a little bit beyond the yoke.
Yeah. So I've only done just about two different patterns so far. I did these pinky bits and this purple, I don't know what to call it. They're kind of like flowers. And that's all I've done.
So this is, you're now working.
I'm working down from where the original,
adding your own.
So I'm using
color work patterns.
There's as I mentioned last time, Moorit Wallen has a few other patterns that are free, and so I'm using those patterns, those color work patterns, for the down below bits. That didn't sound very nice.
Have you had to adapt? Have you had to adapt any to, like, because obviously are her free, when you say free patterns, is that like other sweaters or just like
one
motifs?
Is actually like a pencil case, I think. And as long as the pattern, because it's divisible by 3 or 4, because this is divisible by 12, it'll work. So this flower, I think I just used like a portion of her chart. Just, I zoomed in on it, so it doesn't have all the extra bits on the sides. Okay. And this one, the pink and the turquoise, I think that's just like a 4-stitch chart. So, kind
of looks like a chevron.
It does look kind of like a chevron, or more like arrows going this way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I am enjoying this right now. But like I said, I set it aside so I can work on other things, so I can have other things to talk about in our podcast.
Yeah.
So you have any whips?
Yeah, I'll go in the same order as you did, which is non-archive KCAL project first. So I worked a little bit more on my blurred lines sweater. I finished a sleeve.
Oh, nice.
So I've got one full sleeve, got all my stitch markers at the bottom, marking your
decreases?
My decreases, which are not in a straight line, but who cares? I knew that I picked a pretty rustic yarn, but it is quite rustic.
Have you tried it on?
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I've tried it on. It's fine when I'm wearing, like a shirt underneath it. But it is really annoying me because like I mentioned before, that the top bit is too long. The yoke is too long, and like when I grab it, I think there must be more than 4 inches of extra fabric. So I don't know. I'll carry on sleeve and then be really mad when I decide I don't like this.
Oh.
So we'll see.
Wait. Back to the yoke bit. Last time you asked me whether the Lovage pattern accommodates for sizes, like how tall the yoke is. I looked at the pattern again, and it does. So in between some of them, there's like just stockinette rows or rounds, and like if it's a smaller or larger, it'll have do three rounds or 2 rounds, or so that's how she
of just like plain non-colorwork rounds. I see. So you have like extra stripes. I mean, I guess it all blends.
Yeah, and that's also where she did the decreases, is during those stripes as well. Okay, carry on.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think I'm so close to being done that I just kind of have to finish it and see how it goes, and like maybe I just won't weave in all the ends completely in case I want to just frog it and start again. God. But I don't think I couldn't bear to do it like now. It would
Can
have
you
to be
steek,
like maybe
crochet?
You can steek crochet. Why? Are you saying turning it into a cardigan?
No, I was just thinking, what if you'd have to redo the sleeves. If you made the armholes bigger, that would ease up some of the bunchiness in the yoke part.
But you still need to undo all that.
Yeah. No, yeah, I know. You'd have to.
Or do you mean? Yeah.
But
anyway,
if you were just to cut it, right here, just like no, just cut it from the armpit down a little bit.
I think you can steek crochet, but I think you have to prepare it. I don't think you can just steek unprepared. Yeah. Anyway, so
that would be a beast to frog all the way up to the armpit.
I know. Which is why I think I'm just gonna finish it. Maybe wear it a few times, leave the ends like somehow loosely woven in, so that if I do decide like in a year
or you just
to retry,
leave it inside. Leave the ends inside.
Yeah, or leave them inside. I do think it could be shorter as well here, even though I mean, it looks great though, right? It looks great.
Great. It looks
my blurred lines.
Really good.
This is by Deanne Ramsey. So yeah, so that is pretty much nearly done. Like, I think I've just got
the other sleeve.
2/3 of a sleeve to go. And then I have also been working on my 373 cardigan, which is for the archive KCAL that we're still hosting. I have finished the back, which is just a rectangle. And I've blocked it, and that lump.
Yeah, it blocked out.
That I had.
You can still
see it a little bit. But I've managed to block it out, and it's pretty much.
That's going to be in the seam anyway, right?
Yeah, it's going to be in the seam, so I'm not hugely concerned about it. And looking at it, I don't know if you can tell, but I do think part of it was that my stitches are tighter at the beginning, the bottom. I don't know, but it's worked out. And then I've finished a side panel. Or a front panel. So this will go here on the front.
Okay. And then you sew it to the back.
And then you sew it to the back along the shoulders. And down here.
I see.
Obviously leading the armhole.
And then the side.
And then so it's I mean, you can tell by the size of this that it's quite squat.
It's quite what?
Like it's squat.
Squat.
Like it's wider than it is tall.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the way it's going. This is how I'm going to wear it, like this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a cropped, kind of is cropped right at it'll hit my waist, this narrowest part of your body. And then it's boxy,
it's also very shape. Boxy. So
yeah, it's boxy. So that will go there, and then that will go there, and then the knitted sort of collar will be added there. But this, I had no problem keeping everything straight.
Well, that's because you figured out how to do it. straight.
Yeah, and I figured it out, like, keeping it straight. And I think because I kind of did it in one go, I had a problem with the leaning once I kind of put it down for a little while and then picked it back up, and obviously something gone wrong. And because now I'm not fiddling around with the stitches trying to, like, counteract a lean, I was able to pretty much do it all without looking at the chart anymore. Like, and so I've literally just started the second.
Oh, okay.
Side. I am going to need more yarn though.
Uh-oh.
I think I've got a tiny bit left of this ball, and then I've got 3 more out of initially 7.
Oh, wow.
So I've used more than half of it, and I've got less than half of a cardigan because I still have the sleeves to do. So I think I'm just gonna carry on because I think I said I could potentially do the sleeves in new yarn if I can't get the same, like, dye lot and stuff. But I mean, I'm pretty happy with how it's going.
Yeah, it looks
rectangles.
very cloud-like. Just very
cloud.
Well, very comfy and snuggly.
And I think I am gonna try with the sleeves. I think the pattern just calls for you to use a different size to get the decrease. So I think I might try and finagle it and actually do proper decreases with stitches.
Well, would that be hard? Because it's like, they're like granny chunks almost. Whatever they want to call them.
Yeah, like stitch clusters. I don't think it'll be impossible.
Okay, says you, the expert crocheter.
Yeah. Well, no. The reason why I don't think it will be impossible is because obviously when I was trying to counteract my lean, I'd gotten rid of a couple stitches in some of the rows, but then that worked for a few rows, and then I wasn't paying attention, and I managed to do a full-on decrease at some point, and that's what created the lump.
I see.
So I think if I could do that without it looking super sharp, then I'd probably do it again, but intentionally this time.
And then, is the sleeve done in the round, or is it done flat and then sewn?
It's flat.
So even if it's lumpy, when you sew it, it'll hide it.
Yeah, I can hide the lumps, yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. Well, it's looking really good.
See, that's pretty much all I've been working on.
Yeah. I started back into my sewing, so I haven't gotten as much done this time around. So just a good, nice, even split of sewing and knitting and stuff. So, and watching TV.
Oh my gosh, so much TV. I was just saying to my friend last night that I'm actually kind of sick and tired of watching TV. Like, I mean, that's all we do in the evenings anyway. We watch TV, but I do whine about it. Like, I get asked, oh, what do you want to watch now? I'm just like, nothing. I don't want to do anything. But then we watch something.
I do have the prize. Do you want to talk about the prize?
Yeah, sure. So for the Archive KCAL, and that is still running until the end of April. The end of April. You can join in on Ravelry. You can join in on Instagram by using the hashtag ArchiveCal21, I think. Or I've been checking just plain old ArchiveCal as well. And that if you're making something based off of a pattern that's been in your library or favorited for a while and you just haven't done anything about it, you can do it now. So lots of people have been joining in, making stuff that they've either had in their libraries for a while, I think, or, you know, if you're a new crafter or, you know, you've just started to learn to crochet or knit a year ago, then maybe one of the first patterns that you favorited. And we will be having prizes.
Yes.
Or a prize.
So the prize, how are you going to pick the prize? And it was just random?
Random. Mm-hmm.
Okay, but more projects, more entries, or how are we doing this? We have no idea, but somebody's gonna get a prize, and that somebody's gonna get our Keep Calm and Carry Yarn mug. It's so cute.
Oh, and you gotta show. Does this have the inside as well?
It's just blue inside.
Blue on the inside. Ooh, fancy.
With our color scheme, and this Thirsty Cat skein of yarn. It's hard to see in the screen, but it's got purples and like a gold and blues and orange, and it's actually what is it?
Is it a single ply?
No, it's not. It is not a single ply, but it is 75% superwash BFL, 95%. Sorry, 25%.
Nope, that's impossible.
25% nylon, and it is a, I don't know what the name of the color was. Oh, it's called Chaff and Twilight. So it's actually an exclusive, or I should say a limited edition color from October 2019. But I thought it was just so beautiful, and I bought it before I left Virginia. So those are the prizes, or the prize they get to these two things.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, join in. It's not too late. You don't have to finish your project by the end, because God knows I'm not finishing my project by the end of April. But yeah, if you post something either in Ravelry or Instagram, you will be in with the chance.
Yep. Okay. And I know I'm not going to finish, because that only gives me just a little over a month. And I'm starting to work pretty slowly at this point. And it's also getting hot, so my hands are always sticky, and it's laying on my lap.
That's nice.
And usually I have a cat on my lap, and I'm like knitting like this, because the cat is sitting on my lap like this.
They are spoiled rotten.
They are spoiled rotten, and the cat's making me hot. The yarn is making me, or the sweater is making me hot. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do this anymore. So that happens whenever I sit on the couch. Okay.
I'm so wrapping myself in blankets at night to watch TV.
No. Well, the good thing about being in Tennessee is that spring comes early here. So, though we are having a cool week because of storms rolling through, but it was in the 70s last week. And being on the third floor makes it hot too. So there's been times where in the morning where it's still, in the 50s, but I have the windows open because it's already hot in here. I don't know what it's going to be like in the summertime. I think we're going to have the AC cranked down to like 65 24/7. Okay, I think that's all our crafty content.
Yep.
Anything else going on? We're going to keep it short.
Yeah, I don't really have much else to report back on. that was my thinking face. I don't think. I will say, hopefully, if this goes out on time, this weekend I'll be participating in Indie Across the Pond, which I don't even know if I've told you yet.
No, you haven't told me about it.
So India and Tangled, who are behind that event, have been doing virtual events. So they're doing a smaller event called Indie Across the Pond, and the vendors and designers are all UK and Europe based. So that's this weekend, the 19th of March, that weekend. And I will be in the lounge on the Sunday at 3 p.m. UK time. So I'll just be there in the lounge chatting about Moorit and crochet.
So wait, this is in person or is this virtual?
No, it's virtual. It's virtual. Okay. I'll be in the virtual lounge. So it's a completely virtual show. So all the vendors will have their virtual stands. So the marketplace will be open during our sort of after the Europe and the UK's afternoon, and yeah, so you can browse the virtual market during the afternoon.
So how does
at the same time, the lounge will be open, so you can log into the Zoom lounge.
So you have to register.
Log out, log in.
To have.
Yeah, so you have to register. It's $5 for access to the lounge and the marketplace. There's a couple other events that are extra. There's like a trivia night. There's a couple designer talks, including with Sylvia, who's with cherries on top, who you have admired many of her sweaters before in person, and and yeah. So, but the $5 gets you access to the lounge and to the marketplace. You can find the link in my Instagram bio.
How exciting! Definitely worth a little peek into. You said 3:00.
My talk is at not my talk. Me hosting the lounge, being in the lounge, will be at 3:00 on Sunday.
So
UK time.
That would be 11:00 Eastern time. We've when do you guys do daylight savings?
Daylight savings. I think it's in a couple weeks.
So we're 4 hours apart at this point.
Yeah.
Very nice. So go ahead. So have you taken a look at the list of vendors?
Yes. River Knits will be there, who have supplied one of the yarn that was a reward for the Moorit Kickstarter, as well as Garthenner, which are a Welsh yarn company. I know I've seen their yarn at yarn shows, and I've always like admired them just because like they've got a really nice like minimal aesthetic, but it's all organic yarn. And yeah, so I'd be keen to work with them at some point in the future because
very nice. So the festival runs from when to when? Is it just the one day?
Why are you trying to ask me real questions? No, all weekend.
Okay. So our listeners. Hopefully.
Yeah, and I'll cut this out if for some reason we don't publish this in time.
Oh wait, what does that do to my editing then? You'd have to.
I can always just cut it out in the edit. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So.
I feel like the sun's coming in like.
But there's still sun. What time is it? It is almost 4:00 there. Right?
Yeah, the sun's we've been getting a bit more daylight. We've been eating dinner and it hasn't been, pitch dark, which is nice.
That's nice. Yeah. So in just a couple, because it's March, in 3 more, so you have 3 more months of it getting lighter, the light staying later before it starts pulling back. Yeah.
We don't need to travel that far into the future quite yet. Let's just enjoy the spring as it's coming.
Well, being here, did you know that in Tennessee, part of it is in Central Time? And then our part is in Eastern. So I think it's like 2/3 of it is in Central Time. And then we're like the 1/3. And so we're like, I think I looked at the map, like 2 counties away from where the line is.
The time change.
Yeah. So we're getting flights for Madeline to come home from college in May when she's done. And we're looking at the travel times and stuff. And we're like, why is it 3 hours? It's not that far. Why is the flight time 3 hours? And it wasn't until we finally, we got the tickets and we looked at it, like, oh, they're in Central Time over there, because she's flying into Nashville. That's like a bigger airport. So because we're on the very edge of Eastern Time, the sun stays up so much later than in Maine. So when I'll be FaceTiming Madeline, and it's still really, really bright here, but it's pitch black over there. So even though we're in the same time zone, because she's on the very eastern edge, and we're on the very western edge of the time zone.
So I'm trying to think where Tennessee is, because is all of Ohio in Eastern Time?
Yes.
And Ohio kind of is stacked on top of Tennessee and Kentucky, isn't it?
Yeah, but the time zone kind of goes in this. Yeah. So in fact, we're a little bit west of where we'll be in Michigan. just a little tiny bit, but still.
And Michigan is in Central Time.
Michigan is in Eastern Time.
Michigan's in Eastern Time. Oh, nothing will be as bad as China, right? China has one time zone. Which is ridiculous. So that's a fun fact for anybody who's doing any pub quizzes.
I know, where there should be like at least 3 or 4 time zones. They only have one.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it.
I think some of the people like in the far west side, they like operate under like local times, like even though it's not the official time zone. I think because it's just ridiculous. Otherwise,
they're not gonna get up at 2:00 in the morning when it's
So they so like locally they just operate in a more sensible, whatever time zone. Okay, right. Well, if we don't have much else to say, then will we say goodbye?
Yep. Bye.
Yeah. No, not yet. I do my spiel and then we say goodbye. Okay. So you can find the show notes for this episode and every episode at our website, which is kcacypodcast.wordpress.com. Our Instagram is kcacypodcast. My personal Instagram is Alyson here, and my mom's is upstate_viv. You can subscribe and like and comment and review the podcast on iTunes, YouTube, or wherever else you stream your podcasts. You can join the Ravelry group. Just search for Keep Calm and Carry Yarn podcast in the groups tabs. So thank you for listening.
And remember to keep calm and carry yarn. Bye!
Bye!